Hey y'all.
Welcome back.
Yep.
So we kind of lied. We said that we'd only do one today. Turns out that we have a surprise bottle that a friend gave us.
Yeah, he was rolling through the Columbus metro area and happened upon this one.
So this one is from Brothers Drake Meadery.
They're also from Columbus, Ohio, just south of the Ohio State campus.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
The Meadery was established in 2007 out of Worthington, Ohio, when fewer than 40 meaderies existed in the United States. Origin of the namesake refers to the Drake brothers, Eric and Woody, who were creating mead well before one could readily find home brewing kits. We care about local production, sustainable business, and supporting local artists, local musicians, and our staff. When we support our team to work with fair wages and be a part of creating a local economy, we empower them to bring their skills and talents to a wider audience in a more effective way. We know you're here for the delicious meads, but you'll stay because you'll find some truly creative and interesting new friends at Brothers Drake. They also ship to 38 states, including Virginia.
Yep.
And they have 19 different kinds of mead. This one that we have here today is their Wild Ohio. It's a traditional mead made with Ohio wildflower honey. It's light and delicate, but not without an attitude. Our mission statement in a bottle. It's a semi-dry. Comes in at 13% alcohol by volume. It's got this cool little chart here in the back. Kind of gets a pie chart. It floral and honey and a little bit of sweet. But some of the other notes that they have on this chart are oak, fruit, and spice. But those are blank for this one. So I would assume that there's other meads that they offer that have some more of those notes in there.
Yeah, we'll have to look into them more. This one's coming out, I don't know if you said it, in at 13%. It's also gluten-free.
Well, because there's not any wheat products in it. Because it's made from honey.
So it's very light color.
Yeah. Rather than having hops or any kind of grain components. So that's why it's gluten-free. Because it's just honey.
It's kind of an American flag, too, on the design.
Yeah, kind of.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
Alrighty.
So, there's our color tester.
I don't know why I did that. We got the bottle.
Yeah. Well, and even if you look, the bottle has a different color than what's in the glass. Not by a lot. A little bit.
Yeah. Kind of more of a... it's smelling definitely like a traditional... what you would expect.
In a traditional style mead.
Right, right.
It smells like a semi-sweet.
Yeah. Like you get a note of almost not really a burn, but a bitterness. So if you like
drier wines or...
Yeah. What's the one that starts with an M that's a red? Not Moscato. That's a dry. Merlot. That's kind of the smell I'm getting.
Yeah,
you know?
Kind of, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely nowhere near as sweet as some of some of the rest of the ones we've had.
Definitely a little dry. So they kind of hit it on the head. It's a semi-dry. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It'd be good. With some kind of poultry.
Yeah.
Maybe turkey or
duck. Not today.
maybe a couple guinea hens or a chicken or something.
Anyway,
all right.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of some of the ones we've had in the past that were labeled as the traditional, the older style, the Celtic and old Nordic recipes. You know what I mean?
Some of the more ancient, based ones,
where it's not
so sweet. It's actually more like what they would have drank.
Not running through a field of flowers, running through a field of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. but it's growing on me. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I do too.
It's not.
Which is an interesting one for us, it being a semi-dry, because neither of us really like semi-dry meads. But this one also has that little layer of sweetness that's
It doesn't have
comes through, and
it doesn't have an overpowering dryness to it.
Mm-hmm. There are some out there that are super dry.
Yeah, that
but
almost makes you pucker.
Mm-hmm. Cold.
Well, it's 30 some odd degrees. What do you expect? And
it's also January,
and we're also out here drinking.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for the top off.
Yeah, get you a little more. Because
put a little fire in my belly.
Yep. It'll hit you and giddy up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But I do think it's one we're going to come back to the rest of them for.
I'm curious to see how the other ones kind of pan out. This is one out of 19.
Yeah.
So there'll definitely be a part 2, most likely a part 3. Well, obviously there's going to be part 2 and 3. Maybe a 1.5 since we're just doing
the one today.
Yeah, doing the one today.
But it's something I'm liking is, and this is something we've noticed we've hit with a lot of them. They've been these small businesses. They're not these huge corporations. They're this is two brothers out of Columbus.
and
some
of the other ones have been a handful of people in Groenfeld. It's a handful of people making mead. Silverhand.
Yeah. Hell,
he runs his own apiary.
Yeah, we met the owner.
Yeah. Glenn.
Haley Sonny. That's something that I don't know if you guys have noticed watching these. They're almost all of them are these small businesses, and that's what America's built on. Is the backbone of the small business owners.
Some of them have partnered with larger wineries and stuff, but all in all, they've all been kind of these small local. Well, not really local, but for us, but local for some people. But it's small local businesses, and they're doing fantastic work. These guys were making it before home brewing kits kind of came around.
Oh yeah, and I can guarantee, and of course it doesn't say here, and guys, if you're watching this, don't take any offense to this. I can guarantee there were some that they drank. Oh, that's going down the drain, or we're gonna cook with that. We're not drinking that. And
there's some that's like that for us. We cooked with one from Moonlight.
Yeah.
That it was good. It's just not one that we would regularly drink. We actually made a Parmesan risotto with it.
Yeah, and that was amazing. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was almost like a dessert in a way. The more of the sweet flavors came out of it once you cook all that alcohol out. And then there was another one that we tried from Silverhand, the Scarborough Fair.
Yep.
It was it's rosemary and thyme, and that one was, and it was an interesting flavor.
We put it in. We cooked chicken in it.
We also cooked the pork shoulder in it.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, and that was really good.
Yeah.
So I guess a lesson here, if you drink one that you're like, I don't know,
try cooking with it.
Yeah. You replace water with the risotto, right?
So the risotto is generally, you can do one of two. You can, most of the time it's either chicken broth or beef broth or something like that. So when I made it, I replaced, I think it was a cup and a half of the chicken broth with that wine or with that mead, and it came out great.
Yeah, it was almost, just like you said, it was almost a dessert.
I told Chef about it, and he was like, so it's almost more like a rice pudding in a way. I was like, yeah, it kind of came out like, it was super thick by the time it cooled down, but
I think we still have some more in there. No, we don't.
We ate it all that night. But yeah, it was almost like not quite a dessert, but kind of like something in between, maybe like an appetizer for dessert after dinner.
Yeah.
Kind of keep you more enticed into eating more food. But no, if you find one that you don't really, think you're gonna just drink, try cooking with it. Don't just pour it down the drain just because you don't like it.
As we're sitting here sipping one, we're like, meh. Well, I mean, just like we said, it's growing on us. The more I drink it, the more I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of, you know what it reminds me of? Back road. Not exactly smooth, but kind of a little bumpy, but it's good. You know what I mean?
It's all about the experience.
Exactly.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm starting to like that.
Yeah, I am too.
And that's another thing. Let it sit a little bit. Give it
Try
a couple tastes.
Try it more than once. Just let it kind of sit there for a little bit. And maybe you'll be able to pull out more flavors from it.
Yeah. Well, because even as we're sitting here, I'm picking up. I don't even know what I'm picking up, but I'm picking something else up.
Sweet. Almost like a vanilla.
Yeah,
kind of in a way.
Maybe letting it aerate a little bit is letting the honey come out a little more.
Maybe let it breathe. Maybe.
But anyway,
it's getting cold. Back of my head's starting to.
Yeah.
Get a little bit more wind than I like.
Well, last words?
No. I would just say that I'm pretty impressed with just this one. It is definitely at first it's definitely not one that I think I would have just drank by itself consistently, but it is growing a little bit. It's one that I'd be curious to try and cook with.
Yeah.
I do have that shellfish stuff that I got to cook later in a few days. So
and you needed a white wine.
Yeah, maybe I can try that. We'll see. But all in all, I'm very interested to see how the other 18 meads from Brothers Drake kind of turns out. Let's see if maybe we can find one that we can constantly go back to.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to head inside because it's cold.
So, as always, be great to one another.
Drink responsibly.
Skull.
Skull.
Oh, I gotta catch up. Okay. Alright, let's get inside.